Hey guys, it's Finch here. We're gonna have no background music for this video, unfortunately, because I'm recording in the basement of my dorm because my roommate is currently taking an interview in the room. So I told him I'd get up a little early, and I just skedaddled for a little bit, if you will. So now I'm here. We have red, white, and teal. Teal 6 against my teammate Sacri. Normally I don't record my teammates' games, but this time around I actually do feel like doing it because I'm up. I'm in a place where I definitely can record because there's no one down here, no one's doing laundry at 10:30 a.m. on a Friday, and also this little close-up room next to it. So I feel like why not? Um, Looking at the matchup right here, looks like a bit of an unfortunate matchup for Sacri, unfortunately. Um, First and foremost, he's going to have to trick the Snorlax because Conkeldurr doesn't really have that much breaking power against this team unless it's a bulk up variant. Bulk up variant could actually do well because Earthquake boosted should be able to really kill the Jellicent off. But I'd imagine Jellicent creeps it, so Hex will do a lot of damage as well. But anyway, hopefully for Sacri he has trick on either the Gengar or the Rotom Heat just to deter a potential Snorlax sweep. But with that said, he also could be able to threaten it with Conkeldurr. The issue is, of course, that oh well, it's going to be a good lead for Sacri, so he's going to get a free knockoff. But looking at Teal's team, though, he's got a lot of nice Pokemon. Particularly, Snorlax is a great win condition. The issue is that again, Conkeldurr can threaten it, so it's a bit passive, and also it's susceptible to trick. So you got to watch out for that. He does have Ferrothorn instead of Passage, which is cool. But against a heavy-duty boots Mandibuzz, he's going to be strapped for opportunities as it could consistently defog against it and potentially pivot into Rotom Heat and Conkeldurr to pose threats as well as potential Fire Move on the Clefable. So we have to watch out for that as well. We're going to see U-turn turn 1 from teal6, which is a fine play, par for the course really. He's just going to pick his knockoff recipient. I'd imagine that it would be the Mandibuzz here, but it could very well just be Ferrothorn as well. If it is a Flamethrower Clefable, that's actually a nice matchup there for the Sacri side, I would say, but I'm a bit hesitant to say that it is that, if only because there is a Rotom Heat and a Conkeldurr to hit similar things. So anyway, it's worth noting that Brofist used a similar team to this, as was pointed out in the chat, but it had a Corviknight somewhere in there, I believe. We're going to see the Rotom come in on a knockoff, but it is heavy-duty boots, not Scarf, so it's not really going to be the trickiest or anyway. It looks like that means it's probably Scarf on the Gengar, just a matter of if it's Scarf Trick or not. We'll have to wait and see there. I imagine that at this point, you're just going to go for a Volt, and he went for a Volt, and Teal stayed in, which was a ridiculously bad play. But I digress. So he's going to go for the Stealth Rock there. That risk versus reward is horrible. Well, he's going to get, they're going to trade rocks, has potential to come in, not fearing Power Whip, and knockoff is going to come there from Teal. So, bit of an odd trade there that definitely favors the Teal side. It's going to be Leech Pharaoh as well, so he's going to get Leech off there. So Teal definitely in a bit of a favorable position at this point. And Rotom Heat's going to come back on in here on another knockoff, so now it's pretty low. You have to wonder if Ferrothorn is going to be fearing the overheat this time around, because I imagine that Volt Switch might be the play from Sacri once more. However, Sacri's actually going to go for a Thunder Wave, and he's going to connect against a Dragapult, so that's a very nice play there from Sacri, crippling the Dragapult, which actually opens things up for Pokemon like the Conkeldurr. However, he does have to be wary, as he could take a Will-O-Wisp with the Mandibuzz here. Instead, it's going to take a Draco Meteor, but the Draco Meteor is going to actually fall short, missing the Mandibuzz. So I don't really think that mattered though, because it's definitely faster, paralyzed, because they all are on Aegislash nowadays. So he could probably just heal up. Now he's going to go Clefable here on a knockoff. It's going to knock off a Life Orb. Okay, so it could very well be a Flamethrower Clefable, so that should probably signal to Teal to retreat. And it's going to indeed reveal a Flamethrower into the Snorlax, and it's going to get a burn. So that is good for the Sacri side there, no doubt about that. So that is helpful for Sacri. You wonder how he's going to follow this up. He could potentially go Gengar and try and force a trick immediately. Alternatively speaking, if he's not fearful of something like Body Slam, he could very well just, he's going for Body Slam. He could very well go to the Conk, but it went for the Body Slam. And Sacri actually elected to stay in and go for a Calm Mind, interestingly enough. given that damage, it's probably a very defensive Clefable. So it's probably just like a defensive Life Orb Clefable. Um, but Moonblast here probably won't do much over like 18 to 20%. So it's not a huge instant threat to the teal side. That's for sure. With that said, if he's able to get the Conkeldurr in on a body slam, it doesn't paralyze him, or on just a different turn in general. Oh, he's actually gonna the extra is gonna come in there for teal as the Mandibuzz comes in for Sacri. So that's an interesting turn right there. Now the Ferrothorn's gonna come in on kind of retreating, and we're gonna just knock it off there. Now Clefable, yeah, just gonna come back in on Excadrill. All right, nice play there from teal, positioning himself a little bit to get that Excadrill back in. You have to wonder if Sacri is just going to go back to Gengar, or if he's going to go back to Mandibuzz, and he's going to do just that. And Excadrill is going to be gone for flinches here. A flinch here would be really good for the teal side, because that would leave the Mandibuzz low, and that would suck for Sacri. No flinch there. We're going to roost, but he's still not out of the danger zone. 2 high rolls would do the trick, but he's going to retreat, not wanting to pursue that and risk getting knocked off, and the Mandibuzz is going to roost up to full. But we're going to see, hopefully, probably the same sequence again. No, it's going to go for a U-turn this time, and now Conkeldurr is going to get in. So that's a nice play there. Yeah, not really minding the potential Iron Barb ship. Now he's going to go Conkeldurr, and it's going to go for an Earthquake, though, as Mandibuzz comes in. So that's a nice play there. Now Jolson comes in on another Earthquake, and that's going to do a critical hit and 75%, so that's big for Sacri. He's going to be slower, though. Oh, man. And he's all the way back up, yeah. So it's a faster Jolson. So that's a hard wall, unfortunately, to the... Now he's going to go for a Wisp, but Gengar is going to come on in here, so it's interesting to see what the Gengar will do. He's going to go Dragapult here on a Trick. Okay. So it's actually going to acquire a Specs now. So that's actually probably better in this matchup because it outruns anything anyway. So that's not bad. Just wonder if he's going to fire off a Shadow Ball or if teal may retreat into something such as the Mandibuzz. No, he's just going to go for the Shadow Ball, and it's going to take out the Dragapult. So that's going to be a 6-5 game now in favor of Sacri, but in reality, I think teal has the upper hand. And Mandibuzz is going to come in here now. Pretty free, honestly. I imagine that we'll see the Clefable here. You could go for a knockoff. Could also go for if he has a U-turn. I don't know if he really necessarily needs to go for defog here, but it wouldn't be a horrible play. He's gonna double to Excadrill, predicting that, which is a nice play, and that's definitely gonna be a threat to the Sacri side, as he's gonna go for an Iron Head into the Seismitoad switch, but he's going to land a critical hit, and it's knocked off, so now all of a sudden it's almost in Earthquake range. But I don't think it is quite yet, so he could still fire off something such as a Scald here to try and cripple the Excadrill or burn the incoming Ferrothorn. But yeah, the combination of Excadrill and Jolson seems like it's going to be a struggle for Sacri to break, unfortunately. Specifically, seeing how weakened the Rotom Heat is, especially now that it's knocked off, is pretty rough. He's going to go to the Ferrothorn here, and we're going to see that Scald. Is it going to burn? It is indeed going to burn, so that's good. We might as well just see him go for an Earth Power here just to try and take it out, but we'll have to wait and see. Because then he could potentially go for a defog, and then it Brock's up on his side, but on the other side, which also might force Excadrill spins, as teal wouldn't want to have a field which favors the opposing player, hazard-wise. No, but he's actually going to elect to go to Clefable on a knockoff. And now we're going to see Snorlax come in here on a Flamethrower, which is a nice play. It looks like this is thick fat given that damage. Now Mandibuzz comes in, and on Excadrill, so that's a nice play there. And knockoff is starting to become a bit of a nuisance for teal's team, as the Ferrothorn is so low. He might have to fodder off the leftovers on his own Mandibuzz. Not the leftovers, sorry, the heavy-duty boots, which wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world for what it's worth. He's actually going to go for a Swords Dance here, though. That knockoff is going to mean that, oh shit, no, if he goes for spin here, the game could be He's going to go for Iron Head. No, yeah, it doesn't really matter much for spin actually because Conical there has Mach Punch. But, he's going to go to Gengar here. Is he going to predict the switch? He's going to go for the Sludge Bomb. He's going to do 45. No poison though. But that is going to force a Roost. So he could go into Clefable here. Okay. Now the question is he going to potentially go for a Flamethrower here, trying to catch something? And he's actually would prefer going for Calm Mind. Yeah, and he goes for Calm Mind, and he gets that Calm Mind off. Okay. And now he's going to take out the Fire Thorns. Now we're seeing progress here, but the issue is that the Excadrill now is going to be able to come in and potentially take some kills off. He's going to wait. Oh, wow. He goes for Swords Dance. Sacri calls that and goes for the Flamethrower. What a fantastic play. And I actually think he might have lived in Iron Head there, given that he was so physically bulky. But what a great play there from Sacri. That puts him well ahead in the game now that Excadrill, unfortunately for the Teal side, is out of commission. However, Teal is going to go for Curses with that Snorlax and try and potentially counter sweep here. Looks like Sacri is committed to this as well with a third Calm Mind. I wonder when he's going to start and fire off some Moonblasts. He still should have Trick on that Gengar. He's actually going to go for a Moonblast here. Teal says good game, so yeah, Body Slam doesn't paralyze, and it looks like Sacri is just going to run away with this game with the Clefable. What a great Flamethrower turn there. Really taking advantage of the situation, knowing that Teal was kind of pressed to try and find an opening. And that is going to really play into the favor of the Sacri side, as he's going to look like he's going to run away with a 5-0 victory in a game that really was played much closer throughout. Teal definitely didn't play a bad game either. Interesting team, in fact. I quite liked it. But yeah, closely contested game, and my teammate Sacri is going to win, and even the series up at 1 apiece. So good game. Well played by both. Hope you guys have a good Friday. Peace.